Hey friends, your friendly neighborhood That TS Hawkeye guy, coming to you Hawkamaniacs in honor of December. Let's take a look at some Batman villains. This is not all the Batman villains, of course. These are what I have. For the most parts, these are the best representations. We are going to look at multiple figures for a few characters, but it won't be for them all. Some of them I only have one. Most of them are Spin Master. There's a Mattel and there's a McFarlane Toys Superpowers figure. We'll look at those first and try to remember where I got them all. So, start. I would like to mention we're under the watchful eye of Monty again. So, this cat's not ever too far from me. And I am a crazy cat man. No problems admitting that. So, and this is my baby. So we start off with the McFarlane Toys, the Batman that laughs. Not a character I know a whole lot about, but it was on the shelf. I've seen some YouTube videos, so I got the basic gist of the character. But I saw it. It's probably still on the shelves. I haven't seen it lately, but stuff here is so hard to come by sometimes. But yeah, great figure. You know, it's got some limited it's got the articulation of the 80s superpower figures, and it doesn't have the crappy action thing. So, but yeah, definitely worth taking a look at. The other non-Mattel, non-Spin Master figure is the Mattel. I think it was Injustice or Multiverse. I can't remember what it was called, but it came out around 10 years ago, 2013 or 14. Mr. Freeze, I have from that line. I also have an Azrael, and I have a Batman. I didn't see a whole lot of them around here. They are a little tiny bit bigger than the Spin Master figures, but they're not too bad for one figure. But yeah, it's a pretty solid figure. You know, I know there's a Spin Master Mr. Freeze. Haven't come across that yet, and it comes with a the Batwing, and I think it's a gone now. I think I missed it, but hopefully our friends at Giant Robot get it. So, since we saw my cat, let's take a look at Catwoman. Not really a Batman villain, but I wanted to add her. She's a really cool figure. It's the only female on the list. Check out the full video I did on her. But yeah, great figure. The second figure I don't know a whole lot about. I know it's Talon. I know he's from the Court of Owls storyline. I haven't read it. I'll probably pick it up in a trade paperback. Somebody told me it's worthwhile and it's a good story, so I will probably search it out that way when I get some more time on my hands. Not that I'm busy, I'm lazy. So, and I don't have a whole lot of money. But well, but yeah, not sure on the character, but it makes a cool figure. Like I like the gauntlets. I like that. I think if I was going to make another blade, I would use that as the base. So, there's Talon. Our most underwhelming figure. Sadly, they haven't made a more comic accurate penguin. This was obviously from the Batman movie line. It's the only penguin I've got. So, just a heads up, when I get some more time, I'm turning a penguin into the Kingpin. So, there's spoilers. Now, here's a figure I really like. Old Enigma, the Riddler. I like this figure so much, I have 2 copies of it. Sometimes I do that. These are so cheap that you can get them without worrying about it. There was also a translucent purple Riddler, and I think I've mentioned how much I like purple and translucent figures. So that's right up my alley. Haven't got it. Another figure I'm waiting on our good friends at Giant Robot to acquire for me, and they already have the word that that TS Hawkeye guy wants that figure. So that, and he comes with like a really figure specific accessory too, you know. I like that question thing. Now we have Firefly. He was in the first wave of the Batman line. He was actually the first villain that I bought. I picked him up over any other figures just because I didn't know if I was going to go all in with Spin Master. I didn't know if I was going to like the figures. DC sometimes has a bad track record with their figures. There's not a whole lot that I kept over the years. These I'm keeping. These are great. But, you know, that was the first villain figure I picked up. He's got some cool accessories. But Firefly. The first big figure we're going to look at, Bane. He came with a little bat tank, a blue Batman. And as far as I know, he was never released single carded. That was the only way you could get it. All these figures except Catwoman are like just one and done. I don't have any other examples or any other copies, any other versions. But yeah, Bane, another one. He was released in the Multiverse line 10 years ago. I had the figure. It was not great. I sold it. Glad I have this one. So, our first big figure. Our second big figure, and probably the best one they've made, just the larger size, more exaggerated proportions, definitely fits this figure better. Man-Bat, he does have wings that clip onto his forearms. I considered on gluing them on. I haven't done it. And all my DC stuff, accessories, got misplaced. They're here somewhere, but they'll turn up. So, but yeah, I had a really hard time finding this figure. I had to go out of town to get this. We have a cottage by the shore, which is about 2.5 hours away from where we live. There's a Walmart halfway. I always bug that misses that TS Hawkeye guy to stop. Found him one time. Only time I ever saw him. There's a white variant I would love to get. Don't think I'm ever going to see it. So, oh well. A couple of figures were really hard to find. He was the Flash. I only saw in that Walmart as well. I had an appointment 2 hours out of town the other way and found Green Lantern there. Ironically, Professor Zoom, the Reverse Flash, just became plentiful all of a sudden. But yeah, best bigger figure they've released, in my opinion, Man-Bat. All right, so now we're going to get into some comparison figures. We're not going to really compare them too much, but Clayface. This was newer, single-carded. It's probably still on the shelves. This came with the Bat Cycle. It came with an armored Batman that was just previously mentioned on the countdown I did. I don't remember which number he came in on. Possibly number 1, but just I like that figure a lot. But and I go back and forth with these. You know, this one doesn't have as much articulation, but I think it just looks more like Clayface. This one has a bit more articulation, but you know, he's kind of not scrawny. He is bigger, but definitely, they both have their good points. So, Clayface. All right, now we have the Lizard. This came in a 3-pack with a Dirty Foot Batman that was green, I think made on the list, and a Dirty Footed Robin. This figure was released single-carded, as far as I know. This one didn't come with accessories. And the single-carded version doesn't have the dirty feet, and I believe the bandages are just painted green. Don't quote me on that. I've never seen it in the wild. I just saw pictures online. This is a newer figure. I got this in the summertime, so definitely newer. This doubles as my Lizard for Spider-Man. But you know, definitely they changed up their style a little bit. Like this one's significantly bigger, as you can see. But again, they both have their great points. You know, really like this figure too. So, and this one is actually came from the United States. A very good friend of mine whose name I can't remember. I sent him some money. He shipped it up to me. You know, I've only had good luck with toy guys in the States, man. We're all good people. All right, there's a lizard. Last, we saved the best for last, of course. The Joker. I only have 3 Jokers here just to show you the difference between the Spin Master Jokers. There's more Spin Master Jokers. There's a translucent purple one. Again, I don't have it. I would love to. I'm looking. So, and I have Mattel Jokers. I got DC Direct. I've got, so we're just going to look at these 3 really quick. This was the first release. This was always kind of two-tone. Like, the arms, it faded a little bit, but it was always very noticeably different color arms, different from the torso, and for such a great figure, that really bothered me. This is the re-release, more metallic, fix the colors, exact same figure, exact same sculpt. It's just this one seems to be that much better. You know what I mean? This is the new sculpt, and I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this one. This one's, I realize these are more stylistic. They're a little cartoony. Not that this one's not, but it just looks a little too out there for me. But of course I bought it. So, all right, friends, if you're still here, I appreciate it. Holidays are coming up. I hope everyone does well. And be safe, and we'll talk again soon.